Physical Studies. Mr. Stephen Pappas, Chair, Respiratory Therapy. Dr. Kevin Miller, Assistant Professor, Physical Therapy, MC. And Dr. Catherine Valenti, Assistant Professor, Physical Therapy Assistant. She will dedicate our student in the exact recitation of the Heart Program. So, thank you so much for being here. As I said earlier, we will share our
compassion, kindness, and empathy. That is in your oath. What a wonderful commitment. And while I have your attention, I'm hoping that you will extend that to your colleagues and to your teachers. And in return, I can commit on behalf of Upstate that we will treat each one of you with respect and love. That is what we believe defines the Upstate family. You have an amazing faculty at Upstate, and together with them, I know you will master the science and relish the art of healing. I wish you will find this journey challenging. I promise you it will be challenging, gratifying, and enjoyable. And while you are on it, please make this journey useful. Please, please, do take as good care of yourself and of each other as you will of your patients. So, welcome and congratulations. This is not the first time that people have said, "Shut up." And now it's my distinct pleasure to introduce Brian Goodridge, class of 2014 and president of the College of Health Professions Alumni Association. Brian.
Good morning. As president of the College of Health Professions Alumni Association, greetings to all our students, parents, and faculty. I'd also like to take a moment to again welcome Ken Kressler from Essentia Health. Essentia is once again our corporate sponsor for this event. Essentia has generously sponsored our white coat ceremony for the past 6 years. The Alumni Association and College want to extend our deep gratitude. Now, some of you may be wondering, what is a white coat ceremony and why is it important? For over 100 years now, the white coat has become synonymous with healthcare professionals, as Dr. Dewan said. And even some of your earliest memories pertaining to healthcare may have been a white coat. For example, as a child, you may have been to the doctor's office with your pediatrician in a white coat, or can envision Meredith Grey wiping her face with a white coat after a good cry on TV. However, before the white coat, before the 1900s, doctors at the time, many of who, again, were not trained, would wear black coats, black pants, black top hats to reflect a sense of formality and a sense of seriousness that healthcare posed. But with the advent of the 20th century, disease etiologies and the transmission of infections were discovered, and the long-standing tradition of what was on-the-job training for many medical professions was replaced with the scientific rigors of a medical education formalized by obtaining academic credentials, the exact type of credentials you are here for. Therefore, one symbol the white coat presents is a standard of professionalism. A white coat was used to distinguish academically trained professionals from those who were not. In addition to representing a formal credential, by 1915, the white coat began to convey a sense of reassurance to patients so that they would feel that they were receiving quality care from a medically trained professional. The white coat ceremony is a rite of passage that symbolizes the beginning of learning medical science and developing compassion for your patients. So in recognition of each of you as health professionals to be, the College of Health Professions Alumni Association is proud to provide you with this gift, your first white coat. Again, this gift is not only a symbol of your training you are about to earn, but an emblem of trust you must earn from your patients and ambitious standards that are now expected from you. In a few years, you will walk across the stage in your cap and gown and will become a graduate and alum of SUNY Upstate Medical University. You will also become an instant member of the College of Health Professions. The Alumni Association is a large network of professionals, fellow graduates, who are there to help you with advice and in some cases with financial support through scholarship awards, primarily through the generosity of alumni. I'm proud to say that over the years, the Alumni Association has provided more than $700,000 in scholarships to over 700 students, thanks to many generous alumni and friends who have made this possible. With many highly respected SUNY Upstate graduates working in upstate New York and even across the U.S., at some point during your education and specifically your clinical experiences, you will no doubt be working alongside an alum. The Alumni Association is an amazing network of healthcare professionals, and we encourage you to take advantage of this resource right away during your tenure with the help of our website and social media posts, which regularly display alumni accomplishments and other engaging news. Connecting with these health professionals can serve as a valuable resource as you pursue your career. So again, I congratulate each of you for your willingness to take up the gauntlet despite the numerous challenges and pressures that have been placed on healthcare professionals during these past few years. So wear your white coat proudly. It's a symbol of your profession, of your livelihood, of yourself, and of the power granted to you that acknowledges your training, your skills, and your personal qualities. Take this time to begin your new legacy, to build your new legacy. Congratulations. Please welcome Mr. Kenneth Kressler to offer his welcome remarks on behalf of Nescentia Health.
Good morning, everybody. So my name is Ken Kressler. I'm one of the RN clinical supervisors at Nescentia Health, and we provide in-home skilled care for patients in a multidisciplinary approach. And we treat patients when they come home from the hospital in the effort to prevent them from going back. And we even try to work with our outpatient providers to even prevent them from going into the hospital to free up the time and the space for the more acute patients. So in a nutshell, that's what our agency does, and I'm here to congratulate everyone on this very special day. And I look forward to maybe even working with some of you in the future. So it's already been a long journey for you all, and you've made it here today. Have you ever been so tired from your day, from studying, you just want to turn your brain off, maybe watch a YouTube video, and just get sucked into that algorithm and try to figure out what to do? Well, one night I did the same thing, and I got into the deepest rabbit hole of philosophical videos ever, and I found a video on nihilism, and I was intrigued. It's the belief in nothing. It's the belief that there is no good, there is no bad. Every decision you make is neither good or bad. And that was so powerful to me, and I want to believe that we're all here, including myself, because we have that deep-rooted pull to help people in our community, especially these most vulnerable community members that we serve. So I just want to share a very small sliver of what knowledge I've learned in working in the local healthcare field for about 15 years here in Syracuse. Everything you do matters. How you make people feel, how you treat your patients both physically and emotionally, as most of these people will never forget how you made them feel. And how lucky are we that we get to experience this consciousness where we make concerted efforts to surround ourselves with other like-minded professionals that have the same passions and fearlessness to work together in order to create these positive clinical outcomes for your patients and for the community. So if you take nothing else from my speech today and these random YouTube videos we watch, okay, just remember, be bold, take chances, and surround yourself with people who have the same positivity that you have, and you will make unlimited goals for what you can achieve for yourself, for your patients, and for your community. So congratulations and thank you for your time. Our next speaker is Ms. Sabrina Martinez. She's a current student and member of the Doctor of Physical Therapy class of 2026.
Now you guys are really going to wish this microphone was off. All right. So good morning. It is my pleasure to welcome the students of the College of Health Professions and the friends and families who have supported them on this journey. As you don your white coats today, remember this moment represents far more than a professional milestone. It signifies your commitment to excellence, compassion, and lifelong learning. Your coat is a testament to the hard work, dedication, and commitment that have brought you here. It serves as a visual reminder of the integrity and responsibility that come with your chosen path. No doubt each of you have probably spent countless hours studying, participating in extracurriculars, and gone beyond what has been asked to earn this white coat. It is a reminder to continue putting in the dedication and work so you may become the best version of yourself and practitioner you can possibly be. You have already demonstrated your dedication by having a seat here today. While the road ahead might not always be smooth, it is important to embrace those bumps and detours as opportunities to grow and build resilience. Reflect on the path that brought you here and the unique qualities in each of you that SUNY Upstate saw in you. So later on, make sure you have a big smile in those Instagram pictures and give yourself a pat on the back because you did it, you made it here today. You are now stepping into the next phase of your career. Today is the day you will take an oath to keep being honest with yourself and others, to seek help when needed, and to maintain your curiosity and passion for your career. Remember, this white coat is not just a symbol of your profession. It is a promise to your future patients to be kind, compassionate, inclusive, a good listener, and to treat them with dignity and respect. Never underestimate the profound impact you can make in the lives of others. Congratulations to everyone on this significant achievement. Continue to work hard, move forward, and make a difference here at Upstate Medical. Best of luck in your future endeavors. Thank you. It is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Kevin Neville, Professor of Physical Therapy, who will MC the coating ceremony.
Entering students in the College of Health Professions will be individually recognized by academic program and welcomed to the health professions by the department chair of their program, Dean Beisner, and President Dewan. Students will be coded by current student, Ms. Sabrina Martinez, current faculty, Dr. Helming Sauter, and community healthcare professional, Mr. Kressler, representing the present and future of their careers. A listing of all entering students can be found in your program. As the students have been supported by you, their family and friends, on their way to this special day in their academic careers, they begin the ceremony seated with you in the audience. To symbolize the continuation of their academic career and support from Upstate Medical University, they will be led to the stage by their academic program chair, coded, and remain on stage as they are welcomed into the field of health professions in their journey to become outstanding healthcare professionals. The students from the Behavioral Analysis Studies program will be recognized first. Students will be led to the stage by Dr. Andrew Craig, chair of the department. Shannon Alsante. Lauren Beal. Alexandra Howard. The students from the Medical Imaging and Radiation Sciences program will now be recognized. Students will be led by Ms. Carrie Green Donnelly, Chair of the department. I'm sorry, I jumped ahead a couple notches. It is the students from the Clinical Laboratory Science program that will be recognized next. My apologies. And students will be led to the stage by Dr. Aaron Glass, Chair of the department. Martine Augustin. Banpreet Bawa. Erica Beliveau. Kira Bovee. Kathy Burke. William Carr. Oliver Cesar. Essie Cole. Madison Compton. Jack Kuhn. Samuel D'Angelo. Alex Espitia Casillas. Haley Gamble. Kenneth Garcia. Catherine Haggerty Mattern. Jessica Hairsign. Isa Khan. Catherine Martinez Munoz. Ethan Mash. Kayla Maycock. Rachel McFarland. Mary Medna. Jennifer Wynn. Melia Wynn. Mackenzie Reese. Jessica Spicer. Azaria Wade. Madison Wall. And Gabrielle Wolf. Now, the other program that I seemed to want to skip earlier, the clinical perfusion students will be recognized and led by Dr. Bruce Searles, chair of the department. Abdul Wahab Algarni. Xavier Abelson. Ahmed Alkarni. Adam Amrawi. Hannah Biedny. Kenny Casals. Abby Collins. Joshua Comport. Kevin Desmond. Lauren Dudek. Zani Hernandez. Aaron Ibisi. Yujong Lee. Amir Lucas. Evan March. Anne-Marie Marquis. Chase Papa. Christina Reed. Maria Julia Robis. Chandler Volova. The students from the Medical Imaging and Radiation Sciences program will now be recognized. Students will be led by Ms. Carrie Green Donnelly, Chair of the department. Brianna Birnbaum. Maya Brinkman. Julia Britton. Lauren Burgess. Maria Burns. Brady Chimente. Clara Congdon. Natalie Delavella. Miranda Dennis. Emily Frank. Laura Frateschi. Carrie Haas. Zainab Hadi. Megan Harvey. Felicia Hoig. Alexa Jordan. Joshua Kness. Annalisa Landis. Sarah Legg. Christina Lerng. Anthony Lisi. Krista Lohr. Carly Merzig. Jessica Montevecchio. Wilmarie Ortiz. Amber Pomeranz. Kelly Quigley. Hannah Richardson. Cayman Rourke. Gabriella Rounds. Drew Stein. Sarah Sorrell. Kayla Thompson. Kelly Tomaszewski. Emily Vacco. Scott Verdehem. Raquel Wright. Physical therapy education students will now be recognized and led by Dr. Adam Rufa, Department Chair. Simeon Alvarez. Seth Benedict. Jason Boulay. Cheyenne Clark. Sabrina Clement. Ashley Cornett. Ellen Decker. Gianna Delgado. Jenna Drapala. Amy Fry. Grace Guyan. Coltrane Goring. Emma Hatcher. Jonathan Hillebrand. Rachel Hoyt. Kaylee Isero. Alexandra Jacob. Zachariah Khalif. Eric Lindstrom. Jennifer Lindstrom. Matthew Malibiran. Tariq Martin. Brooke Mall. Destiny Murray. Eddie Murria. Mackenzie O'Connor. Renee Park. Annika Parnell. Isabella Pelkey. Jack Polano. Erica Purdy. Anna Rupert. Kira Russ. Madison Sacco. Eliza Tikovsky. Sydney Williams. Emily Wissinger. Amanda Zigmont. Physician Assistant Studies students will now be recognized and led by Ms. Sandy Banis, Department Chair. Jadalia Abel. Shoka Albade. Sana Alamarie. Maria Barletta. Hannah Bartley. Taylor Brown. Ryan Burns. Amber Butler. Jonathan Camacho. Devin Cologne. Aaron Corsi. Andrea Flores. Ashley Gantz. Sydney Higgins. Lauren James. Simran Kaur. Caitlin Lagatella. Emily Marsh. Natalie Mash. Bethany Madison. Haley Millington. Safa Nadeem. Gabriella Pauley. Margaret Pio. Annalise Pepper. Jasmine Piper. Hannah Stack. Phoebe Searson. Desiree Suits. Naveen Suryadevara. Kathleen Wandel. Grace Warrington. Lisa Williams. Aaron Wind. Jimmy Zhang. Our final group of students, students in the Respiratory Therapy Education Program, will now be recognized. Students will be led by Mr. Stephen Ficus, Chair of the department. Chloe Brown. Roseanne Kamagati. Skylar Mattice. Christopher Rowan. Jeremiah Sokol. Dr. Catherine Helming Souter, Assistant Professor of the Physician Assistant Studies Program, will now present the oath to all College of Health Professions students. The oath is found on the back page of your program.
I'm going to have all the students please rise and recite with me. As a healthcare provider in training. Guys, come on, you're supposed to join in. My patients' well-being will be my first concern. I will strengthen myself with knowledge of the current practices within chosen profession. I will serve my patients with compassion, kindness, and empathy. I will conduct myself with professional integrity and honor the privacy of those seeking my help. I will be sensitive to and respect the varying backgrounds, beliefs, and values of my patients. I will acknowledge my limits and all I have to learn, seeking help when needed and receiving help when offered. I will give my teachers and colleagues the respect and gratitude that are their due. I will recognize that each patient's care is provided by a team of professionals, and I will work collaboratively with that team. This oath I take freely upon my honor. You may be seated.
Thank you for applauding them so enthusiastically. I would do it myself, but I'm holding a microphone. So congratulations. You know, now that you've donned your white coats, I got to say, you know, they suit you well. You look good. You look good. And I am so glad that you are going to be wearing that coat with dignity and honor and remembering that professional duties that go with your role as a future healthcare professional. You know, these days we hear a lot about the importance of self-care and establishing a work-life balance, right? It's incredibly important that you take care of yourself as you take care of your patients. But right now I'm going to talk a little bit longer about the work part, because I'm your dean. When you step into the professional practice setting and into even the educational setting, you will either literally or metaphorically be donning your white coat. This should symbolize that what comes next is not about you. It's about the patient, the tests, the treatments, and the decisions that need to be made. And the focus here is on the other. Your faculty will talk about professional behaviors, and it's important to take this very seriously. How you act and how you wear your white coat reflects not just on you, but on your profession and your institution, and it will affect the relationships you have with your colleagues and your patients. And when the program's difficult, remember that it should be. There's a lot to learn, right? These are health professions. Your patient's futures are dependent on the accuracy of your diagnosis, the depth of your thinking, the delivery of skilled care. When you're feeling burned out, please seek help. First from your classmates, probably. They're going to be your best buds. If they are burned out too, then stop and go have fun for a bit. Do whatever it takes to recharge your batteries. Go stand in the woods, breathe deeply, jump in a lake. There's lots of them around here. Okay? Have fun for a bit and then get back to it. Get that balance back. It's going to be essential to the quality of your education. If your problems persist, please seek help. There's no joy and no honor in going it alone when you could benefit from the help of others as part of health care. Take care of yourself is essential to wearing the white coat,
And remember that you cannot provide optimal care to others if you yourself are unwell. So this concludes our white coat ceremony. Can we give them one more round of applause? Oh, I love it. There's great joy today, and it's a gorgeous day. So as we conclude the ceremony and the recession, I ask that the audience please keep your seats until all of the students are led from the theater by faculty members, and students will exit at the ground level or the lower lobby level. Thank you all for your attendance and participation today. Best of luck to you students, and thank you families and friends for your support of our students. Have a beautiful day.